Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast. Today's Thursday, May 23rd, 2024. Today I'm going to recap last night's Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals in the NBA and Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals in the NHL. Look ahead to Western Finals Game 1 in hockey, Eastern Finals Game 2 in the NBA. Baseball, WNBA, soccer, the season finale of Survivor, news and notes, and best bet. We'll start the NBA conference finals. Game 1 in the West. It was a thriller. The Dallas Mavericks come out on top by a score of 108-105 to take a 1-0 series lead. Luka was outstanding, 33 points and 8 assists. Jaden McDaniels was the leading scorer for Minnesota, ironically enough, with 24. So Minnesota's offense just fell apart in the second half of this game, and Dallas took advantage. All right, now tonight, 8 o'clock, ESPN, Pacers, Celtics, game number 2. Mike Breen, Doris Burke, J.J. Redick on the call with Lisa Salters. My line is Celtics 10.5, total 234 and 3/10. And it is Boston by 9, total 224.5. Ooh, I like the over, but I kind of think the Celtics are going to cover. The other day I thought Indiana was going to cover. Now I think the line is lower because I think Indiana's gained a lot of respect for taking them to OT, and everyone thought they should have won, and they should have. And how they played against the Knicks, I think Indiana's gained a lot of respect by the bettors. But I like the over, but I would have a slight lean Celtic spread as well. All right, now I'll move on to the NHL conference finals. These got underway last night, and the Florida Panthers came out on top over the Rangers 3-0 to take a 1-0 series lead. The Rangers had their chances despite being outplayed, but they just couldn't come through. Florida deserved to win the game. Sergei Bobrovsky was outstanding, 23 saves on 23 shots. Matt Tkachuk scored, Carter Verhaeghe scored, and Sam Bennett the empty netter. Really ugly defensive battle game. But what was embarrassing in this game, Alexei Lafreniere had an own goal in this game, and that's embarrassing. That can't happen. If Alexei Lafreniere hadn't broke out this year the way he did, he would be benched for this. It was just crazy. That was just not fun. But got to bounce back if they want to get this thing rolling. 8:30 TNT tonight, Oilers Stars. Game 1. It's going to be a good series. I picked Dallas in 7. I just think they're the better team, despite Edmonton having the best 2 guys in the series. Dallas is minus 130, Edmonton's plus 108, over under 6.5, overs plus 116, unders minus 142. Oilers plus 1.5 is minus 35, Stars minus 1.5 is plus 190. That's a hard one because I think that Edmonton's more of an over team, and I like Dallas's goalie, Jake Ottinger. But instead, I'm going to go Dallas in regulation at plus 120 to take a 1-0 series lead. All right, now we go to Major League Baseball. We'll go over the results from yesterday and then look ahead to today's games. Cards over to O's 3-1, Twins over to Nats 3-2, Guardians over to Mets 6-3. Cards over to O's 3-1. Angels over the Astros 2-1. Royals over the Tigers 8-3. Marlins over the Brewers 1-0. Padres over the Reds 7-3. Giants over the Pirates 9-5 and 10. Phils over the Rangers 11-4. Red Sox over the Rays 8-5. Yankees over the Mariners 7-3. Blue Jays over the White Sox 9-2. Braves over the Cubs 9-2. Rockies over the A's 4-3 and 12. And the D-backs over the Dodgers 6-0. So best bet loses. All right, small window today. All right, 12:30. Mariners Yankees from the stadium. I didn't think the Yankees were gonna have. I knew today was a matinee game, but I didn't think it was at 12:30. Weird start time for the Yanks. Luis Castillo and Luis Gil, the battle of the Luises, and one of them was a guy the Yankees or the Yankee fans wanted to trade for. Instead, they signed Carlos Rodon. And then Luis Gil's been a breakout pitcher so far this season. Yanks minus 148, Mariners plus 126, over under 8, overs minus 105, unders minus 115. Mariners plus 1.5 is minus 166, Yankees minus 1.5 is plus 138. I like the under. This might get rained out. Just throwing that out there. The weather in the New York area this morning's bad. So, going with the under, but I think there's a chance this game gets rained out. And that obviously won't be good for the Yankees because then they lose the series. Giants, Pirates, Mason Black, Paul Skenes. Or Skeens. I need to get that pronunciation right. This guy's going to be a stud. Pirates minus 166, Giants plus 140, over under 8, overs minus 115, unders minus 105. Giants plus 1.5 is minus 150, Pirates minus 1.5 is plus 125. I like the under. 1 o'clock, Rangers, Phillies. This also could get rained out. Andrew Heaney, Zach Wheeler. Phils minus 190, Rangers plus 160, over under 8.5, overs minus 120, overs minus 102. Rangers plus 1.5 is minus 128, Phils minus 1.5 is plus 106. I don't feel good about it, but I'm going to go with the over because of how good the Phillies offense has been lately. Pirates, Reds, Matt Waldron, Frankie Montas. Padres, slight favorites, minus 110. Reds are minus 106, over under 9.5. Overs minus 105, unders minus 115. Padres minus 1.5 is plus 138. Reds plus 1.5 is minus 166. I like the over. 220, Braves, Cubs from Wrigley. AJ Smith, Scheuer, and Ben Brown. Or Shawver. Braves minus 118, Cubs even money, over under 9, overs even money, unders minus 122. Braves minus 1.5 is plus 142, Cubs plus 1.5 is minus 172. I'm going to go with the Cubs on the money line and even money because we don't know what Shawver is going to provide. 3:30, Rockies, A's. Ryan Feltner and Joey Estes. A's minus 120, Rockies plus 102, over under 7.5, overs minus 120, unders minus 102. Rockies minus 1.5 is plus 164, A's plus 1.5 is minus 200. Rockies favored on the run line, A's favored on the money line. I'm going to take the Rockies again on the money line at plus 102. 6:30, Jays, Tigers. Kevin Gausman and Jack Flaherty. Jays minus 110, Tigers minus 106, over under 7.5, overs minus 115, unders minus 105. Jays minus 1.5 is plus 146. Tigers plus 1.5 is minus 178. Tough one, but I like the over. And then 7:30, O's, White Sox. Grayson Rodriguez, Mike Clevenger. O's minus 50, White Sox plus 205, over under 8.5, overs even money, unders minus 122. O's minus 1.5 is minus 150, White Sox plus 1.5 is plus 125. I'm going to go with the over in that game. Now I'm going to move on to the WNBA. We had a game last night, and we have a couple tonight, if I'm not mistaken. Storm over to Fever, 85-83 to Storm. Get the win. Fever find a way to lose another game. Who are 0-5. Now we move on to tonight. We have 3 games, 7 o'clock on Prime Video. Sky, Liberty. The Sky have only played twice, and the Liberty have played 4 times. Makes sense of that. The Liberty are giving 15.5. Total's 165.5. I'm going to take the over. And minus 112. Lynx Sun. The Sun are giving 7. Total 161.5. This is a tough one, but I'm going to go with the over, too. I want to take Lynx plus 7, but I don't feel strong about it. And then 10 o'clock on MSN, Mystics Mercury. The Mercury giving 6.5, totals 162. I'm going to lay the 6.5 at the Mercury, although this could be a letdown spot after the upset win over Vegas as a 15-point dog. But I'm going to lay the points at the Mercury. I just think they're better than the Mystics. All right, now move on to soccer. We'll touch on the results of note from yesterday. Look ahead to today's notable games. We don't have a lot today in soccer. Europa League, Atalanta over Leverkusen 3-0 to win the Europa League, so congrats to Atalanta. Leverkusen finally loses a game, but it took them until the Europa League to lose. Open Cup, round of 16. Indy 11 over Detroit 3-0. Dallas over Tampa 2-1. Seattle over Phoenix 2-1. But the Open Cup quarterfinals won't be until July 9th. So we have a break from that. And we had a friendly yesterday, too. Newcastle and Tottenham was a 1-1 draw, but Newcastle won 5-4 on penalties. I'm going to see if there's any notable games today. Oh, we have a women's game tonight. How about that? Angel City, San Diego, 10 o'clock, CBS Sports Network. San Diego's plus 125, Angel City's 2-1, the draw's plus 240. I'm going to go with San Diego at plus 125. Liga MX tonight at 10 o'clock, first leg, Cruz Azul America. This is about as good as it gets in this league. Cruz Azul is plus 180, America's plus 155, the draw is plus 210. I'm going to go with the draw plus 210. We have Serie A today at 2:45, Cagliari and Fiorentina. Cagliari is in 15th and Fiorentina is in 8th. Fiorentina is minus 130, Cagliari is plus 320, the draw is plus 280. I'm going under 2.5 goals at plus 118. We have a couple of Dutch Eredivisie games today as well. 12:45 at the Go Ahead Eagles and NEC. The Go Ahead Eagles are in 9th and NEC is in 6th. NEC is minus 120. The Go Ahead Eagles are plus 270. The draw is plus 260. I'm going over 3.5 goals at plus 134. And 3 o'clock FC Utrecht and Sparta. Sparta's in 8th and Utrecht is in 7th, so they're very close in the standings. Utrecht minus 150, Sparta plus 350, the draw is plus 270. I'm going to go with the draw plus 270. Pro League's loaded today. 2 o'clock, Abba, Khalij, Edifak, Shabab, Fateh, Hazim, Faya, Al Tawoon, Halal, Tai, Idiad, Damak, Akdod, Weda, Raid Ali, and Raida and Nasser. We also have German Bundesliga promotion and regulation playoff. VFL Bochum and Fortuna. That's at 2:30. That's a big one. Bochum's plus 110, Fortuna plus 210, draw plus 240. That's going to be a very interesting game. Bochum is in 16th. And then Fortuna is in third in Bundesliga 2. I think Bochum's the better team, so I'm going to go with them at plus 110. And in the Scottish Premiership promotion relegation playoffs is Wraith Rovers and Ross County. That is at 3 o'clock. I don't understand why that line's not posted. But Ross County should be able to win that game. They're better than Rovers. Okay, now I'll talk about the season finale of Survivor. Really good episode last night for the finale. In the beginning, Maria tried to convince Charlie that the others had turned against him, though Charlie saw through the ruse. So, the immunity challenge at 5. The players crawled through a muddy tunnel and removed rope from plank full of holes before releasing a monkey's fist to lower a bridge and untie a key. Once at the finish, they used the key to unlock puzzle pieces and solve a word puzzle, which revealed directions to find a numbered code that opened the combination lock and allowed them to strike a gong. The first to finish won immunity, as well as a reward of pasta, garlic bread, and dessert and wine. Kenzie solved her puzzle first, but couldn't figure out the code, so Liz raced back to retrieve Kenzie's plank so that Kenzie could beat Maria in the challenge. She decided to share her reward with Ben, and they agreed to vote out Maria. And at camp, Maria tried to sway Charlie and Liz into voting out Ben, believing him to be a harder player than he was perceived as. And at Tribal, Maria was sent to the jury unanimously. And then the immunity challenge at 4, the players threw a ball upward into a ramp full of pegs before beginning to complete a blocked puzzle. When the ball ricocheted to the bottom of the table, they would have to grab the ball and throw it into the ramp again before being able to continue. And if a player missed grabbing the ball, they would have to wait a time penalty before collecting their ball and continuing. And the first to complete the puzzle won immunity at 4. Ben won the challenge, and he took advantage of Kenzie overthrowing the ball and Charlie and Liz with the penalties. And he felt that Liz was the biggest threat and debated whether to put Charlie or Kenzie against her in fire. And he decided to bring Charlie to the end, and Kenzie beat Liz in fire to send Liz to the jury. And at final tribal, the jury weighed Charlie's strategic game and Kenzie's social game, while Ben was viewed as a follower who got lost in the shuffle multiple times. And in the end, Kenzie was named the sole survivor in a 5-3 vote over Charlie and Ben. And it was interesting how the voting went down. You wouldn't have guessed how the voting went down. So, voting for Charlie was Liz, Hunter, and Soda. Then Maria Q, Venus, Tiffany, and Tevin all voted Kenzie. What surprised me the most was that Maria voted Kenzie and Liz voted Charlie, and you would have guessed that would have been the other way around. You knew Q and Tiffany were going to vote Kenzie. They were all in Banu together. So, that makes sense. I'm not surprised that Hunter voted Charlie. I had no idea where Venus was going to go. But I didn't think that Venus would have voted for voted for Kenzie. But really, Maria not voting Charlie and voting Kenzie was the difference, because if Maria voted Charlie, that would have been 4-4, and then Ben would have had the last vote, and then Ben would have probably voted for Charlie, and Charlie would have won. So Maria's vote for Kenzie pretty much swung the voting. So last round of superlatives, best move of the episode. That's a hard one. But looking back, best move of the episode was Liz helping Kenzie win that challenge. No question. Because if Maria wins, she probably wins the whole thing, or maybe she loses at 4 and she loses at fire. But yeah, Liz helping Kenzie was the best move of the episode. Worst move of the episode, I have to be honest, I thought the worst move was going to turn out to be Ben taking Charlie with him instead of Liz. But now looking back also, if Charlie beat Kenzie in fire, it would have been Charlie, Liz, Ben. But maybe Charlie wins, so I can't say that was the worst move of the episode. Him taking out Charlie over Liz was not, because who knows, Charlie probably still wins. Or who knows, maybe Liz wins, maybe Ben wins. But that's just a great unknown. But that's certainly in the conversation. And I also think up there for worst move of the episode was the players playing the game, the challenge like Ben, the other three, and not focusing too much on the puzzle. Because Ben kept going back and forth. That was the way to do it. So the way the other three players strategized that challenge, I think, was not ideal. But I guess my pick for worst move would be him picking Charlie to go with him instead of Liz. Because maybe Charlie beats Kenzie in fire, and we're talking about a different winner. Not that I think Ben would have won or whatever, but I think that Kenzie versus Charlie should have been fire, and if Charlie beats Kenzie, you never know where those 5 votes would have gone. So it's just the unknown with that. Favorite moment of the episode was probably in the after show when they're talking about all the idols in everybody's pockets. That was pretty funny. So, another season under the books, and 47 won't be here until September, so that's pretty sad. But this was such a good season. Love the cast. And looking forward to next season. All right, now we'll move on to the news and notes for today. So there's some big news coming down right now. The WNBA is expanding, and Toronto is getting a WNBA team. It'll be the league's first Canadian team, so that is pretty cool. LeBron James rips Caitlin Clark's haters, and he says Clark is the reason why a lot of great things is going to happen for the WNBA. And then Charles Barkley sided with LeBron, calling other WNBA players petty. How about this? Paulo Banchero made a post on Caitlin Clark. There is a fan that tweeted, Caitlin Clark already has more games on ESPN than Paulo Banchero, LMAO. And then Paulo goes, rightfully so, my time coming. So, he's sticking up for Caitlin too. But you know that these people on Twitter like to get attention, and probably these teenagers that, want the one tweet to go viral, and then the player would pick up on it. Mark Davis on the WNBA probe, as he believes team will be cleared. He goes, there was absolutely nothing done wrong. Victor Wembanyama was at a card shop as he was browsing for Pokemon cards. LeBron wants a rule change as he doesn't agree with how the challenge rule is set up. Colts quarterback Anthony Richardson on track for week 1 as he's right where he should be amid recovery from shoulder surgery. All NBA voting came out. It was an interesting vote. The first team is Giannis, Luka, SGA, Jokic, and Tatum. Second team, Jalen Brunson, Anthony Davis, Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Durant, Anthony Edwards. Third team, Devin Booker, Tyrese Haliburton, Domantas Sabonis, LeBron James, Steph Curry. So the Lakers get 2 on there. Steph sneaks in. Good for Haliburton for getting on there. Sabonis got on there. That's 20 All-NBA teams for LeBron. Jalen Brunson had his hand surgery, and he'll be reevaluated in 6 to 8 weeks. And then Luka and SGA are Supermax eligible, as Luka could sign the largest contract in history, and SGA could become first player to earn $80 million plus in one season. Kevin O'Connor from the Ringers says that the 76ers are feeling good about chances they land Paul George. Xander Bogaerts on the 10-day injured list due to a fractured shoulder, not ideal. John Heyman reports that an in-season deal for Juan Soto is a long shot, which I would agree with. Hal Steinbrenner says that the Yankees' payroll is not sustainable, as he gives honest insight into Yankees' financial status. Yeah, that's what happens when you take on the Giancarlo Stanton contract, and then listen, Judge and Cole have earned their money, but it's the bad contracts that doom you, like Stanton and the Hicks contract, which they're still paying, and there's a couple others. DJ Burns lost 45 pounds as he says he dropped weight with no Ozempic thanks to draft workouts. The Hawks, the Wizards, and the Rockets are linked to Donovan Clingan. I can't wait to see who drafts him. How about this? Pittsburgh gets the 2026 NFL draft. So that's good for Pittsburgh and that city. Jim Hiller got promoted to the permanent job from the Kings after finishing the regular season strong. And the Devils are hiring former Maple Leafs coach Sheldon Keefe, 4-year contract. I don't dislike the hire for New Jersey. They need somebody that's a consistently good coach like how Keefe was in Toronto. It's just time run its course there, and he couldn't break through with the big stars. Patrick Mahomes on Harrison Butker's speech as he says teammate said certain things that I don't agree with in widely criticized commencement remarks. And then Justin Jefferson may get a historic deal as the Vikings are preparing to make him the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. Antonio Brown files bankruptcy as he owes nearly $3 million to creditors. James Franklin allegations. Former Penn State doctor testifies Franklin interfered with medical decisions. How about this? TNT to broadcast college football playoff games as they will air 2 first-round matchups in 2024 and 2025. Wow. So I guess this will kind of help make up for their loss of the NBA because Bill Simmons thinks it's done, that NBC's getting it. But it's just not announced. And they're probably going to wait and announce it after the season. There was an arrest in the Auburn running back shooting as man taken into custody in connection with the shooting of Brian Batty and 4 others. So Jim Harbaugh's Michigan exit as Jim had issues with Michigan's athletic director and Big Ten commissioner prior to leaving. That does not surprise me. How about this? The Orioles had their first regular season sweep in 106 regular season series at the hands of the St. Louis Cardinals. That was the first time Adley Rutschman was swept in the regular season. Like, isn't that crazy? I mean, they were swept in the playoffs against the Rangers, so it's the second time technically that Rutschman's been swept. So the first time in the regular season. And the Dodgers pranked Shohei Ohtani as his teammates told him he was getting pinch hit for, and his reaction was priceless. That's hysterical. All right, last but not least, my best bet of the day brought to you by FanDuel. I don't know where to go. This is a hard call. I'm going to lay a 20th of a unit I don't feel super pumped about it, but I like the pick. I'm going with over 8.5 and -102 between the Rangers and the Phils. I don't like Andrew Heaney against the Phillies, so I'm going to go with the over in that game. All right, so there you have it for the show. I'll be back tomorrow with a big show as we head into the weekend and holiday weekend too. So it's gonna be a fun couple of days coming up. Hope you guys have a great day, everyone.